3, 2, 1.
All right, so we back with another episode of King of the Court. It's me and my brother, and we have a special guest today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Chandler Jacobs.
Happy to be here. Appreciate y'all, man.
Yes, sir. Sure. Yes, sir. We are very happy to have Chandler today. Special hooper from Mo City. Yeah, man. What you thinking? Brandon? This is gonna be a dope episode, huh?
Yeah, it's gonna be a great episode, man. We got to hear a lot from this guy.
No, I'm excited, man.
For sure. I got mad questions.
We love perspective.
Yeah, I got a lot of that too, so we good.
So tell us about. Let's start off with your upbringing, man.
Yeah.
What was your childhood like?
It was interesting because like my parents, they separated when I was like 1, like really young, but the entirety of my life they've always been like best friends. So it was cool to like have a healthy like people that co-parented even though they weren't together. So for the first half of my life I lived with my mom for like my first 8 or 9 years. Then I moved in with my dad and my brother, and that's when my basketball really took shit to another level because my dad played in college. So when he played and when I took a liking to playing it, we just started training. So that pretty much took me throughout high school, and that was when I moved to Mill City, when I moved with my dad. So it was cool, man. I think I had a great upbringing. I got a lot of siblings, like 4 sisters, 2 brothers, different moms, different dads. So it was a unique experience because on one side I'm like the youngest, and on the other side I'm like right in the middle. Wow. So and on both sides I'm like the golden child. So I'm like I got a lot of a vast array of like experiences and roles I've played in my life growing up. So it was cool. Wow.
That's hard. Talk about perspectives, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said you had 2 brothers.
Yeah.
How close in age are y'all?
So I got one brother that's 27. So he's the only sibling that I have. We have the same mom and dad. Okay. And then I have a younger brother that's 14. So he's about 10 years younger than me. So.
Did he have your older brother? Did he have anything to do with y'all hooping? Like y'all hoop together? And stuff
nah,
like
bro. I mean, it's funny, man. My brother just got the bad genes, man. Like, so we got my dad is 6'5", my mom is 5'11". I think my brother's like 5'10" or so. And like I'm 6'2", I'm like right in the middle between both my parents. And my brother's older than me, but like I'm substantially taller, like just a bigger, like broader person. So
little big brother.
Yeah, literally little big brother. But that's my dude, man. So he was really into skateboarding. That was his thing. It still is his thing.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
So we used to like on Saturdays we would go to Fundy. My dad would take me and my brother there. I would go to Fundy and work out, and my brother would go to like the skate park that's right next door to it.
I gotta go there.
No, it was smooth. It was smooth, man. I got some great memories from that time.
How old were you when you was going to Fundy? On Sunday mornings?
It was like Saturday or Sunday mornings. My dad would just take me because my dad's from 3rd Ward. Okay. So he was like, he grew up playing there. So he wanted me to get some toughness, all that kind of stuff, you know. So he would take me over there growing up, and I would probably be like as young as like 6 to 7, and we would just like go and watch if anything, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Fondy, man.
Nah, bro.
Fondy is a staple.
It is,
in Houston, bro. I heard Clyde Drexler, Moses Malone, Hakeem was over there. Hakeem Olajuwon was
That's crazy to me, bro. Because it's still functioning like at top tier like shape. Like it's still like that gym in Houston, you know what I'm saying? Even after all these years. And that's the craziest thing to me. That longevity is real.
I love that place. I've never been.
Really?
Yeah,
never been.
That's crazy.
Straight up. I never hooped at Fondy. If you hoop at Fondy in Houston, like in my age bracket, then you are somewhat official in Houston, like as far as hooping.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's a big stage to be on because everybody from the city come out to the games at Fundy too. So it's like it's a nice vibe, and you can really make your name out there. So it's cool.
Yeah, facts.
That's dope.
Yes, sir, man.
Bring you a question.
Fondy, man, that's on my mind. But I gotta go there and check out the competition.
No, facts.
We see a lot of good players play there.
Yeah.
You know, obviously they got the league right now.
No excuses program.
I would actually pull up to them playoffs, but I got a son and I love him. We beat each other face, man. Hey, man.
No, facts. That's facts.
Yeah, man. But
so, did your dad used to hoop?
Yeah.
Okay, what position did he play?
My dad, that's the funny thing. My dad was a center. So growing up, I grew really early. So I was tall when I was young, but then I didn't grow for like 6 years. So I was a big man for the first like beginning of me learning how to play basketball. Then I got to like middle school and I was the shortest player on the team. So then I became a point guard. So like even my basketball experience was like super vast and just wide ranging. My dad was like a 6'6" big man. He played division ball at Montana State in the Big Sky Conference for like 5 years, but had a bunch of knee surgeries and all that kind of stuff. So you know, his career didn't get to live his dream out, but he definitely passed it on to me. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You know the years on that? What he was playing?
He was playing. I think his last year was 1991. I want to say.
Oh wow!
So I think he graduated from Yates in '86, and then he was
Yates?
Jack Yates, and then he went to Montana State for '87 to '91, '92.
Mm-hmm.
So, who inspired you to play basketball?
When I was first started hooping, it was my dad, just because I wanted to be just like him. So like everything about my dad, I was trying to emulate, like music taste, everything. And basketball was one of them. But then once I became like my own person and grew into my own, it was Kobe. Like I had Kobe posters. Like when he passed Jordan on the scoring list, like I had my dad like make a screen print of like of him passing him, like dropping by him, you know. And Kobe's like my inspiration for everything. He's the reason why I work out at 6 a.m. while I work out 3 times a day. Like he's the reason why I do the things that I do, you know.
Yeah. He just said 3 times a day. So when you see how good he is, remember he just said 3 times a day.
It makes sense.
Going to Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
No, it definitely it makes sense, man. I've been doing it for a while too. Like I went to Quail Valley for middle school.
Yeah.
And my dad, we used to go work out like at 6 a.m. before he would drop me off to middle school, and then I would go there and go through school, go to practice, probably go to the YMCA that night after practice. Like I love basketball. Like that's what moves my heart. So like I put my heart and soul into all of it.
In the gym.
It's
in there.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. You know, I used to hate Kobe. I used to hate Kobe because I'm a Rockets fan.
Yeah, it makes sense. He was killing the Rockets.
He was killing the Rockets terribly, bro. And and you know, my favorite player of all time is Tracy McGrady. So you know, when I saw him go against Tracy McGrady with the Rockets, he would usually get the upper hand on him. You know, but Tracy McGrady was hurt a lot of times. But we didn't talk about that. But even though I did not like Kobe, I feel like I did not miss out on. Look, I really watched Kobe. Like, and then by the time his last game, I found myself cheering for him. You know what I'm saying? And
I cried, like legitimately. I really cried, like actually.
It was a thing, bro. That was a thing.
I love Kobe.
Last game, right?
Last game was
Utah game.
My birthday is April 12th. The last game was April 13th, 2016. And I cried, bro, because I was like, this is the last time I'm getting to see. I never got to see him play in person. So like that was a big bucket list thing for me. So to never get that opportunity, it was a little bit emotional, but that's my dude.
Oh, so you was crying because you hadn't seen him in person.
Yeah, and also just how beautiful it was, like, because what he's meant to me as a person. Like I would get, bro, like Kobe, not just with basketball, but just the way he's lived his life in terms of like the way he was as a father, as a human being. Like it inspires me in all facets of my life. Still.
Me too.
Like whatever I do, I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability because that's what I'm doing in that moment. And I got that perspective from Kobe. Like
that's greatness right there,
bro. Yeah,
it's just greatness all around. You're not just talking basketball. You know
exactly.
Nah, facts. He was somebody who he didn't have the natural athleticism that Dr. J or Michael Jordan had. Yeah. He just pushed himself to be the best player in the game.
Bro, he did, man. Bro. But the funny you brought up T-Mac. So growing up, me and my dad loved the Rockets. We would watch all the games. And T-Mac was my favorite player growing up.
Yeah.
I was like, I love T-Mac. I love T-Mac because he's 6'9". The 6'9" shooting guard, bro, could do everything. Super athletic, all that. And I'll never forget this, bro. I feel like a bandwagoner, but when you hear the context, it makes a little bit more sense. I ain't gonna lie, Kobe came to Houston and killed T-Mac one year. And I remember asking my dad, like, who is this person? And my dad told me, and from that day forth, I ain't gonna lie, I jumped ship. I had to go. But ever since then, I've been rocking with Kobe, man.
You see somebody that amazing,
bro,
doing that stuff,
it amazed. Like, as a 7-year-old, to see that, and like, if it's something that you love to do, it was like, bro, how can I get to that? You know what I'm saying?
Hoopers is seeing that. Like,
nah, not me. My mindset was, fuck this guy, man.
Nah,
T-Mac gonna get him the next game. Nah, but rest in peace, Mama, bro, for real. Cause
Yeah, much
now,
love, much
now
love.
I can look back and say, bro, Kobe might be my favorite player of all time. Obviously, you got Mike,
Yeah.
Total 360.
Mike and Kobe. They like total 180. Total.
Yeah, I'm about to say 360 is back to where you started, but yeah.
I said skateboard. I'm thinking of great things.
No, facts.
Nah, but so considering Kobe, is
Yeah.
that who you mimicked your game after? Is there anybody else who you could say you mimicked your game after? You got a lot of moves from
Yeah.
him.
Nah, my thing was, well, now I'm trying to a little bit, but being 6'2", really 6'1", but 6'2" on a good day, it's like I had to be realistic about what I would follow, the players I would follow, you know. So
Right.
growing up, I watched a lot of Kyrie. So I remember his senior year mixtape drop for high school, and this is before I knew who Kyrie was really, but I just watched his game, and it was a hoop mixtape too. And from that point on, I would just watch his game and mimic his moves. So growing up for me, it was Kyrie, and then once I got to college, it became a lot more Damian Lillard. And then once I grew into my athleticism, it became Donovan Mitchell, because Donovan Mitchell's a 6'1", super athletic shooting guard. So those are the three that I watch. Like those are the only three players that I really watch, like consistently.
I had so before King of the Court games,
Yeah.
I had never seen you play in person.
Yeah.
But my brothers would say like, bro, he can give somebody 30 any day.
Yeah.
He's like
Absolutely.
that. And so when he showed me your highlights,
Yeah.
the first thing I thought about
Yeah.
was Donovan Mitchell.
Bro.
I was like, bro, he got like a Donovan
Spider.
Mitchell type
Yeah.
game, bro. He cutting motherfuckers up, and let me stop cursing, my fault.
Nah, you good.
He cutting guys up and not wasting dribbles, but
Yeah.
still cutting them up, being shifty,
Bro, facts.
finishing really well.
To the spots.
Get to a
Yeah.
spot, step back, so I could see that.
Yeah,
bro.
now
I could see
Don
that.
is the one that I watch a lot now, because I feel like that's the one that my game could most closely resemble. Because what Kyrie does is just so God given. Like you can't, bro. Like this,
Reactions.
you know what I'm saying? Like that's just God
He
given.
dancing out there.
Bro, it's so graceful the way Kyrie moves on the court, bro. Nah, you can't teach that. You can't even train that. With Dame, that's a little different cloth. But I feel like with Don, that's somebody that I really feel like I could model my game after and realistically get to that point in terms of like that play style and being able to be that dominant whatever league, wherever I'm playing at.
Yeah, when I first realized Donovan Mitchell was only 6'1" or
Bro.
6'2", I was like, bro, I really thought he was like 6'4".
Nah, he's 6'1", bro.
That was mind blowing.
He's 6'1".
That was mind blowing. He's 6'1".
That's crazy.
He plays like he's 6'5".
Bro, he had a body on the Boston. I think it was the Boston Celtics, bro, off 2 feet.
Yeah.
You might know what I'm talking about, bro. I remember when I first saw that clip, I was like, bro, how are you 6'1" doing that? Like, that doesn't make any sense in the
When
world.
you first tell somebody that, sound like a lie.
Bro,
sound
it
like a
literally
lie.
sounds like a lot. He watches highlights and the way he moves, and he's and I'm a 2-foot jumper too. So like I feel like there's a lot of things a part of my game, just the way that I move, that are very accessible in comparison to his game.
So when you saw him and Jamal Murray battling in the playoffs in the bubble, you was like, oh, this is the game.
I was tuned in, bro.
That was lit.
I was tuned in. After the bubble, similar to you with Kobe and T-Mac. After that, I didn't like Jamal Murray because like I was going so heavily for Donovan Mitchell in that moment.
They were going, man, that
And they were
game
going
one.
back and forth.
Game one, I think both of them had over 50.
50, they
bro.
both had
They both
50.
had
They both
50,
had
right?
50, bro.
Game one was crazy.
I
'cause
would
They were
buy
not
the same.
missing.
It was. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I felt like it was 2K with the game sliders on.
Yeah,
like
it was-
nobody was missing, bro.
I was hating. I was like, oh, it's because ain't no fans in there. I was hating, man.
I was
gonna
saying
lie.
that about Jamal Murray, but not Donovan Mitchell. I was like, oh, ain't no fans at Jamal Murray going off. We gonna let him have his little
He
moment.
can't do that. He can't do that with his fans.
Nah, literally.
I was amazed, man.
But nah, that series was crazy.
I remember that game,
Me
bro.
too.
I remember that game one was crazy, bro.
The most memorable moment from that series to me was Jamal Murray's 360 layup on Rudy Gobert. And
Effortless.
I'm not sure if y'all remember
Yeah,
that.
that's a highlight.
100%.
But that-
He does that.
Bro, but the way he did it was like, oh, you right there, I'm gonna go this way. Like, it was just so like nonchalant. Like, bro, that was crazy.
He's a natural, man.
Nah, he's smooth,
You
man.
can see people when they are natural, man.
I feel like
They
he's
just got
like
it.
he's like a similar player to like Gilbert Arenas.
But he worked
I
hard.
can see that.
Yeah.
Working hard.
I feel like Gilbert Arenas is like the best comp for him in terms of like present day players. or past day players, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Who do you think is better overall, Gilbert Arenas or Jamal Murray? Jamal Murray.
I'm gonna go Gilbert Arenas just because Gilbert Arenas was such a killer. Like Gilbert Arenas would hoop in some Louis Vuitton shoes. Like Gilbert Arenas just had, and I think the difference for me with Gilbert Arenas is he had that swag and that mentality. He had the mentality of like a Kobe, to where it's just like, bro, I don't care what you do, what you've done, what you think you can or going to do. You're not stopping me.
It don't matter the defender.
It don't matter.
Defenders do not matter.
Like, bro, and like even like the story whenever he got cut from the USA team, and he told all the coaches on the USA team, when I play you, I'm giving you 50.
45.
And he gave them 50. Like, bro, I was like, that takes that's different. So I'm gonna say Agent Zero, but Jamal Murray, depending on
chip.
he got a chip.
Jamal Murray got the chip.
He got a chip.
Can you believe these guys though? Like they didn't let him be on the USA team. Like what's the deal with that, man?
I think Gilbert Arenas is just hard to like though.
Yeah, he
honestly,
he be bugging out. Nah, he be bugging.
Nah, his nickname is No Chill Gil for a reason. Like he's just childish, bro. Yeah. Like so, and I feel like especially on that USA team, like it's just you don't need to really be on. I don't know. You don't need that kind of energy.
So he's not a good teammate. Like, do you think is that?
I can't say he's a bad teammate.
Though,
I can't say he's a bad teammate. He probably did a couple things immature, and they were like, "Whoa, he's not gonna be good for this team."
Exactly, he's not gonna be good for this team. That's what I think it was for sure.
And he had a solid team with Karan Butler, Antoine Jameson,
Larry Hughes. He was on that team too, right?
He was on that team for a minute too. I think they traded to get Karan Butler for
Larry Hughes.
For Larry Hughes, yeah.
Yeah.
They got Karan Butler for Larry. If I'm not mistaken,
you're probably right, to be honest with you.
Cavs.
Yeah.
But that was a good team, and they couldn't get past Bron. So maybe it was just Bron, and maybe they weren't. Maybe he wasn't a solid enough
general
for the team, bro.
Bron was
I think it's both of those, bro. I think it's both of those.
That's prime LeBron.
Bron was tearing.
You think that's prime? I ain't gonna lie.
I think prime LeBron is Cavs 2007. I mean, he's that good to have a long prime.
I ain't gonna lie, nah. You think that's peak?
LeBron James on the Heat.
Yeah.
I feel that he kind of like shaded. Like we didn't get to see that part of LeBron, in my opinion, like the full aspect of his prime, because you got Chris Bosh and D Wade. It's kind of like overshadowed.
Yeah.
On the Cavaliers, his first time with the Cavs, you can clearly see, like, bro, he is going crazy. Like, this is MVP. This is, you know what I'm saying? He was on trajectory to be in there in the real conversation of who's the best player of all time. Right now they say it's LeBron and Mike. I got Kobe over LeBron.
Over both of them, or just over?
No, I got Kobe over LeBron, not over Mike.
Okay.
But I think LeBron, if he didn't do this superstar getting together thing, I feel like he would have been more immersed in that conversation for people like me.
I would agree with that.
He hurt some feelings that day, that week. People that feeling hurt. People stopped watching the NBA a little bit.
I feel like people know where you were when he had the decision. Like when that thing happened, I feel like that's one of those moments in history where it's like, I know where I was that day.
I just automatically remember saying they are cheating, bro. I remember automatically saying that, bro.
My thing is, like, how did David Stern let that go, but then not let Chris Paul go to the Lakers?
They said it was a money thing though, because I know that LeBron. I think LeBron and Chris Bosh, I think they took a pay cut.
They did, but what I'm saying is, like, David Stern, like, okay, so he has the like the power over the league. Like, he has veto power. I'm pretty sure over any decision. You know what I'm saying? So, like, how did he allow Bron, Wade, and Bosh to come together, regardless of money, and then veto a fully legal trade, like a trade that was within the bounds?
Well, another thing was the NBA owned the Hornets at the time.
Oh,
they owned them, or they had control over them.
The Hornets.
They owned or they had control of the Hornets at that time. Yeah. I think it had something to do with Katrina, maybe.
Yeah, I think I did hear about that actually. I did hear about that. That played a factor.
They had it was a money issue, and then they had power to veto the trade, and that's what he did.
Damn.
You know what I mean? But I really believe that Do we blame? We're gonna venture off from interviewing you real quick.
Nah, you cool.
And some Hoover,
Bro, I'm here for all of it. We good.
So, do we think that the superstar teams started off from what LeBron did with the Heat, or what Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and Kevin Garnett did with the Celtics?
I think it go beyond that though. I mean, because think about it. I mean, even with the Celtics in the '80s, like it was Larry Bird, Kevin McHale.
But they were organically put together.
Yeah, they were organically put together, but that's where the formula originated of like having like a big three.
Right.
And then you go through the '90s where you have like Jordan. He becomes like this godlike figure where he wins on his own. So then that bleeds into the 2000s where it's like, okay, I want to win on my own because Jordan did it. So it all kind of comes in like a fashion cycle, like a trend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then.
Right.
08 when I think it definitely originates with the Celtics 1000%. Because like
start with them.
Yeah. But I feel like because LeBron had the decision, he gets the heat for it being his fault. But I definitely think I feel like the trend reignited with the Celtics in 08.
I agree, but the Celtics were older though. Like Kevin Garnett was older, Ray Allen was older. Imagine Kevin Garnett in 2004 again with a superstar.
That is true.
But they was all younger than 34.
That is a good. Because they were still
I mean, that's not that old.
But once you over 30,
but think about it. Ray Allen was drafted.
You can still be in your
96.
prime. Over 30, you can still be in your prime, but still, it's like it's not the same as starting out doing.
They won a ring right away.
Yeah,
that year.
Yeah,
that's I see what you're saying.
Did the Heat do that? Did the Heat win the first year?
No,
the Mavericks.
They lost to the Mavs. Yeah. That's different. Like that's not easy.
Yeah,
but Rondo too. So
Rondo
and they had Rondo.
Rondo was a great general.
He wasn't even. Rondo was a star. He wasn't a role player.
He wasn't a role player. I said and great.
And great role players. Yeah. People forget how good Rondo was.
People used to say I look like him.
The fact that nobody talks about how great of a point guard he is, and because of like the off the court issues he's had over the years, like kills me. This man was averaging 10. He would have a game with 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 24 assists. Like what? That's something you create a player, and that's a stat line he puts up like on my player for 2K.
And he's causing havoc,
bro, on defense. Like he's also getting like 5-6 steals.
Man,
like
he living up to his first name, man.
Nah, for sure. Nah, facts.
But and forget 10 rebounds. He would get like 19, 20 rebounds.
I'm about to say I just said 10. I just saw that on Twitter. The other day when people were talking about how good we forget Rondo was.
Nah, me and the other had a discussion about that the other day about Rondo.
You were completely wrong.
Man, he sleep on Rondo.
What was it?
He sleep on Rondo. Yeah.
What was the discussion?
The discussion was that somebody came out with a top point guards. Slam.
When they had him at 30, right?
They had him like low like that.
Yeah.
Brendan's argument is
had me tight.
Yeah.
Brendan's argument is he's better than Steve Nash overall.
It's debatable. That's what I said.
It's not.
It's not debatable.
It's not debatable. Only reason why I say it's not is because Steve Nash has the accolades to back it up. And with any NBA discussion, it's always like as subjective as you want it to be. You need some objective resume things, and Rondo doesn't really have the objective resume things like that.
You gotta have that realization.
You gotta have it in some capacity.
But at the same time, it's interesting, man. I still say it's debatable, man, because not him being better.
What's your argument?
Man, my argument is that Rajon Rondo, go look at the film, man.
I was just gonna say that it can't just be the eye test, because the eye test is subjective to your opinion.
Right. I know how I hoop. I know how I hoop, and I'm all around the court. Even with Mike and LeBron, they like all around the court. Like they black cat. They call Michael Jordan black cat, because he was all around the court.
Yeah.
This dude Rondo, man, wasn't he holding LeBron a few plays? He was holding some of the big names and stopping them. I will rock with Rondo, bro. Like for real. Like, I love Steve Nash game and everything like that, but when I think of Steve Nash, I think of threes and pick and rolls. So he had but that's the narrative for me in my perspective is I guess that's the narrative I built.
Here's their accolades.
The narrative you built.
Here's their accolades. Okay. Rajon Rondo has 2 championships. Steve Nash has 0.
I'm a winner.
He said I'm a winner.
Steve Nash was in 12 playoffs. Rajon was in 10 playoffs. Steve Nash has 8 All-Stars. Rajon Rondo has 4. Yep. Obviously, Steve Nash had MVP twice. Rajon Rondo 0. Steve Nash was on All NBA 3 times.
All NBA first team.
All NBA
first team.
And All NBA second. All NBA total selection 7 times. Rajon Rondo first. So I don't put too much credit to accolades, but that shows right there longevity of his prime too. Like he had a longer stint of time where he was just killing. Rajon Rondo had like 4 or 5 years where he was going crazy.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I also just feel like when you get to these kind of discussions, you gotta eventually get to some kind of framework to base your argument around. Like it can't just be like an eye test kind of thing. Because even like you, like, because I feel like what your argument is based in is like who you would prefer to have, and less about who is better. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. If I was to pick a team, I would pick Rondo.
I feel that we can't put it all on stats though.
Exactly.
We cannot put.
And it's situational. Like look who they had on a team, all this and that.
I hate basing arguments off stats, bro. Like stats do hold weight, but everything hold weight. Though the eye test does hold weight. Stats hold weight.
Championship.
All of it is part of it.
That's the biggest accolade. Championship.
What Brendan's saying with defense. Defense hold weight too. Like
definitely does.
He was on LeBron James, bro.
He was,
but he can't shoot.
But he stopped.
He can't make free throws.
Hey, I'm bragging about stopping LeBron James. Like, did you see? All
right, let's get back to interviewing Chandler, man. All right, so what did you do that took your game to the next level? Like, what was the biggest leap you took in skill? Or what were you doing to get there? When was that? When did that happen?
It was probably after my senior year of high school. Like when I was in high school, I was a good player. Obviously, I got a scholarship to go to college, but I was like very much like an athlete. Like I was just more of like an athlete. Like I was like in like the Kyrie bag with the athletic finishes and all that kind of stuff. But after like the summer after my senior year, I totally like revamped my jump shot. So like for me, I taught myself how to shoot again. So like I went on YouTube. I used to watch this dude named I want to say Shot Science. I think his YouTube page. But I would watch him and he would like break down like my favorite players and their jump shots. So I watched Kyrie's and I watched Damian Lillard and I took like little like 3 things from each of the videos, 3 of the players, both players, and I just retooled my jump shot. So then going into my freshman year of college, I get to college and then I averaged I think better stats that freshman year than I did my senior year of high school. So then after that, I was like, all right, like I'm a better shooter now, and like my confidence just like skyrocketed. And then also I was putting in the work too, so it was like.
So what were you doing when you say you put in the work? Like when you made that leap, what were you doing? Like I know you changed it. What were your favorite drills? What were your repetition? What was it like?
It was just like so, especially once I got to college and I had the amenities of being in like a college system. So I would never come home. Like even in the summer, I stayed on campus in my apartment and I just worked out the entire summer. Because like I had access to the gym. We all had access to the gym 24/7. So I would go any time of day, like anywhere between 300 to like 1,000 shots a day, depending on how I was feeling and just how my body was kind of cooperating.
Making 300, 1,000, or shooting.
So I usually would aim for making 300. That was the goal. Okay. And then if I was just going with the intention of like I'm kind of feeling kind of lazy or just feeling like a little lackadaisical, I would go, all right, let's just shoot 800 to 1,000. And like regardless of how many you make, just shoot that number. But then as I got through college, that takes a lot of time and that takes a lot of toll on your body. So then as I got through college, it was becoming more like, all right, I'm gonna do 3 workouts a day and it's gonna be 1 hour for a workout. Like maybe first workout is just catch and shoot. Next workout is just off the dribble. Last workout is, whatever. But it became a lot more efficient and like not as much just like empty time in the gym. If that makes sense. Yeah, I gave myself a little bit more structure. So that's what I feel like took my game to the next level. And really just like the confidence, like ain't no replacement for that. Like when you do something one time and you like, oh, I could do that. Oh, but I'm gonna do it again. And like that just propelled all of it. It's noticeable. It's noticeable, because then just the way you carry yourself is different too. Yeah.
Sometimes people shy away from revisiting your mechanics, but you gotta revisit your mechanics.
Bro, you got to.
I did the same thing.
Yeah, you got to. I think like anything in life, bro. Like you gotta always be focused and worry about trying to evolve and get better. Right. Like nothing that you do is perfect. So like you always got to have like a growth mindset. So like for me now, like after my season in Spain, I was like, all right, how can I improve my jump shot? How can I improve this? How can I improve that? What do I need to tweak? And it's just always about trying to like get to another level.
Right on.
Yeah. That's a fact. So you took a leap. You say after your senior year, going to your freshman year of college.
Yeah.
Now my brothers would tell me that in high school, you came in there freshman year like establishing yourself as you should be on varsity and nothing less.
My dad did that. That was so funny. I ain't gonna lie. The first time my dad met Coach Thomas, he goes, my son's pretty good. What's your policy putting freshmen on varsity? And Coach Thomas looked at him.
It doesn't happen.
Bro, I was like 5'7", maybe 130 at the time. So Coach Thomas looked at him, then he looked at me, and he was like, nah, we don't do that here. So then, I
love it.
Bro. So then my dad was like, all right, but I think Coach Thomas always took note of that, So after my freshman year, and Coach Thomas like also just like loved that I was about the right things. Like I was a good student, I worked hard, and I was about the right things.
My brothers told me you straight A student,
bro, straight A student,
and laughing, just having a good time.
Hey,
straight A student.
I had geometry with this
bro.
guy.
Literally, I was the only freshman in the geometry class.
I was sophomore at the time.
Cheating off him, huh? I bet you're
cheating off somebody.
No, facts.
Hey, I wasn't doing my homework, none of that, bro. So
straight up,
to see Chandler just over there smiling, then he was cold at basketball. I was like,
nah, bro. I was
unicorn, bro. Unicorn. That don't happen. Shout out to Elkins. That type of stuff don't happen to Elkins, bro.
It's cool though, because I think one thing that I loved about going to Elkins was like you always got somebody in front of you that inspired you. So obviously I had like Kobe that inspired me, but the person directly like closer to me was Branford Jones. So I'm not sure if y'all remember Branford.
Yeah.
So so he went to Elkins. I think he maybe graduated 2013 or 14, and he was my inspiration because I would hear about him, being in Missouri City, and I would talk to Coach Thomas, and Coach Thomas was like, "You really remind me of Branford." He told me that my freshman year, and from that point on, Branford, Division I athlete. I'm like, "Oh, I remind you of him." Oh, bet, then I'm on the right track. So everything I was doing, I just doubled down on at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? Right. So shout out to Branford Jones too. He's a inspiration for me.
Like a mentorship.
Yeah, but almost like indirect because he was in college, so he wasn't really around. But it was like he
graduated before me. I'm class of 2013.
You 2013?
I think he class of like 20.
Yeah, 2011. I think he's 2011.
2011, 2010.
I think it's 2011.
Yeah,
you saw you at Elkins?
No, did I see him at Elkins?
Yeah, you saw him at
Elkins. At an open gym.
Nah, at open gym like in the summertime. Open summertime. Yeah.
Man, that's dope. So what's your practice regimen now? Your routine? What you just said?
Yeah. So now I wake up like 5 o'clock. Go to the gym like 6. I'll get to the gym at like 5:30. Mobility for like 45 minutes. Start my workout like on the court 6:15, 7:45, and then get some food. Work out again like 10 to 12. Then rest for a little bit, then I go back to lift at night like around 7. So that's pretty much every day.
But you try not to overexert yourself, huh?
Yeah.
Because you can't if you're working 3 times a day, you cannot overexert. Honestly, I think that's why Kobe got injured so much towards the end of his career. Because
I agree. He's put so much work in.
He put way too much work in.
Way too much.
Like when somebody who trains Michael Jordan says, Kobe was going crazy. You were going crazy.
Yeah, that's facts. That's
what I mean?
Shout out to him. He was a great trainer, man.
Yeah, Tim Grover.
For sure.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah.
So just sometimes guys like Kobe.
Yeah.
His mindset is stronger than his body. Like he's too strong for his body.
Exactly.
His mindset is that
gladiators.
And I realize like it's just some people that's like that, bro. Like they. I be feeling like that sometimes because I can't play too many games. I can't play 6 games in a row, or my calf muscle gonna give out because I be moving on the court. My calf muscle give out. I can't even play that many games. So I know Kobe had to be going to do something because he out here working out all the time.
But you also got to think though, these guys he's a millionaire obviously, so he got all the masseuses and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly what he needs.
Exactly.
Feeling good after getting a massage.
Exactly.
Right back out.
Exactly. I don't care what nobody's saying. He popped his finger back in place.
That was crazy, bro.
During the game.
That was crazy.
Okay, he's
I felt strange. Whoa. Whoa, that's his finger.
Feeling strange.
I'm feeling my phalanges.
I don't even know what that means. I'm feeling strange.
Well, I started looking up anatomy. I looked at
that was funny.
Like, dang, he just.
Nah, that was crazy, bro.
That's tough, bro.
Kobe is my GOAT. I personally, whatever, we can get into that argument, whatever, but
straight up,
we saw
Kobe going to.
Yeah.
And we will.
We all saw
Kobe is my GOAT personally, but
yeah, that's that guy right there.
That's my dude.
That's
man.
that guy. Going back to what you had said, bro, I just want to share a story, man. I'm not a sensitive guy.
Yeah.
Don't ask my girl that, bro. I'm not a sensitive guy, but you said that you cried his last game, right?
Yeah.
Man, people who love basketball, bro, like, I'm not gonna say you gonna shed tears for the game, but you might. I mean, I remember being playing as a youngin, losing any game, I would cry, bro. Straight up, I would cry. I'd be pissed, bro. I would be so
My
mad.
brothers were on that.
Yeah.
Why
He wasn't on that. He was, me and our youngest brother, we would cry if we lost the game, bro. We not trying to lose, I remember there was a documentary that came out of Michael Jordan. It's called His Airness.
Ooh, it's on YouTube?
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Classic.
Yeah.
Bro, I love basketball so much, bro. The way that was put together was so beautiful, bro. I cried tears of like, bro, this is
joy.
beautiful,
Like,
bro. This is art, bro.
So cinematic.
It's cinematic, bro. The way Michael Jordan played, bro, he's like it's better than a video game.
Yeah.
Way better than a video game, bro. Like,
nah, literally.
They don't even get it.
They can't emulate that.
They-
Once 2K can emulate something like that, then you got me. I'm back.
I'm back.
I'm back.
I'm back.
Hey, you seen Spider-Man when he jumped? When Tobey Maguire jumped out the bed? I'm back. I'm back. Man, straight up. But when you really love basketball, that deeply, bro, you can see it when somebody.
Bro, you can see it, bro. Like, and I think that's the coolest thing about like my evolution as like a person, but really as a fan of basketball is like, you grow up and you play because it's fun. And then you play. For me personally, you play because you're good at it, whatever. And then you play because whatever, it's just normal. But now I feel like I'm at a point now where like I just play because I just love basketball. Like I can watch basketball all day, every day, and like I can get emotional about watching basketball. Because I really mean that shit. Like that's not even a joke. Like I can watch Kyrie Irving highlights and just be mesmerized with just like the poetry of motion that it is. Yeah. Because of just the ability to do a craft at that elite of a level with that much grace and that much fluidity, to me is just like astounding. And I would like whatever craft it is, but specifically for me in basketball, like I just think that's a beautiful thing. So it definitely makes me emotional.
Yeah. Like, what would it mean to you if you were able to be inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame? Does that hold weight, or do you even think about? Have you ever thought about that?
No, honestly, I haven't. And the only reason why I don't think it will hold weight to me is because like even like right now, like I wouldn't say I have any like concrete goals. I just want to be like the best basketball player I can be, and whatever that is, whatever height that is, then it just is what it is.
You just riding the wave.
I'm just riding the wave because for me, it's like I want to make my game. I want it to be as fluid and as graceful and as poetry and motion as I can make it, because that's what I appreciate about basketball. Because for me, it's not about like money. It's not about any accolade. It's just like, how far can I take this for my own personal joy? Right. And that's really what it's about for me. So I never even thought about that, to be honest with you. And if I ever did, it would be cool, but I don't really care for validation from other people, to be honest.
I say that because I say that because King of the Court will be established as a pro basketball league, the most competitive, entertaining basketball league, and I could see a player like yourself, a player like Christian being acknowledged as basketball legends. I could see it. I mean, but I got foresight, you know? But let me ask you this: how was it adjusting your game to the Euro style of play?
Bro, I was struggling. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be as transparent as I can, because I don't like lying to nobody. But the first 10 games, right? The first couple games I played like maybe 18 minutes. I'm a rookie, so they kind of easing me into it. But I didn't play for like 6 games because I just was not adjusting. Because like Kyrie's my favorite player, Kobe my favorite player, so I know isolation.
Facts.
And like on our team, the leading scorer was 11 points per game. Like it's a college system, so like you're playing within a system. So every shot that I'm shooting, I'm trying to get max difficulty on every shot. And like literally, I'm like, come guard me, so then I can shoot. Like I don't want catching, I don't want nothing open.
Yeah.
And that's why 1-on-1 is fun for me, but that's another story. But
right word.
But nah. So when I first got there, bro, I was struggling, and also just dealing with the language barrier and the culture shock, and just being away from home, like where people don't speak the language as you. It's a lot, bro. Like it's it's uncomfortable. Like even like I can go to a coffee shop and try to make a place of order. I butcher the order. Then it's just like trying to go get food. It got to the point to where like I would only go to places that I knew I could order at a kiosk without having to talk to somebody. Because it was just, bro, it's just such a culture shock all the time, and like nothing is easy about it. Like you think like ordering food isn't easy, watching TV isn't easy. Like nothing is easy because everything is coming with this barrier. You know what I'm saying?
Whole different world. And
then we having 2-a-day practices. I'm getting yelled at in Spanish, trying to, bro, my coach only spoke Spanish. He's a great dude, but like I'm getting yelled at in Spanish, getting my critiques translated to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like it was so difficult, bro. So them first 10 games, I played like garbage. I played terrible. I was having donuts. Like I'm not gonna lie, like you can look it up. I'm having donuts. I'm not playing very much at all. Then I start killing. Or whatever.
How did that happen? So how did you start killing? What was the adjustment that you made?
I had a couple of teammates out in Spain, and they would see me practicing, and they were like, "We know you're good. We know you can play. Like just say fuck it. Just do your thing." So then that next game, I was shooting all the shots I shot in college, and they went in, and we almost won a game. It was against the top team in the league, and after that, my coach gave me like a little bit more confidence. So I had like 17, then I had like 23, then I had like 12. And in Spain, especially, those are like really good numbers because the leading scorer averages 11 points a game. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So then my confidence started building, all that kind of stuff.
Are you playing? You said, are you playing your game, or you're fitting into the system a little bit more? How are those games going?
At that point, it was like I was fitting into the system, but then when it was like late shot clock, I was getting my opportunities to just be my ISO player, like ISO self. Yeah. And then after I hit one, I'm like, y'all see me in the 1-on-1 stuff. Like I'm a microwave. Yeah. So once I hit one, I'll just keep going. Like y'all already know. So like I'll hit one, and then best believe the next one is going up because I just made one, and it might go in again. Exactly. Yep. So that was happened, and then I got hurt. I hurt my knee, and I missed 10 games. So I missed 2 months. Once I was killing.
Was it minor? Or?
So I hyperextended my knee, and I like partially fractured my tibia, messed up my kneecap. It was like a bunch of little small things.
Right.
So I was out for 2 months, and in Spain, like people don't really drive cars like they do, depending on the city you're at. But I was in a smaller city, so we walked everywhere. And bro, I'm walking around the whole city with this crutch, like getting groceries. And it's not like in America where you drive to the grocery store and you just walk around the grocery store with the crutch. I mean, I'm like walking with the crutch to the grocery store and then walking back with the groceries. Like it was the worst 2 months of my life, bro.
Don't know Spanish.
Exactly. Bro, exactly. Bro, and I don't know Spanish, bro, and like, ooh, yeah, it was something.
What did y'all's game look like? Like, what does the gameplay look like for your team back in Spain? Like, are y'all doing a lot of off-ball screens and cutting and how's the game? How's the gameplay?
So I feel like Spain is like, it's a very traditional country in general, and I feel like that applies to basketball as well. Okay. So like they play a lot of like almost like 90s basketball, like a post up 5-man and pick and roll with the point guard in the 5. Like it's very fundamental like basketball.
Right.
And then so if you play that 2 through 4, this was another problem that I had while I was struggling at first because I was the 2. And the 2 through 4 don't really touch the ball until they're shooting. Does that make sense? Like
spot up shooter.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you just finish plays, but like either the ball goes to the big and he passes you the ball and you shoot or drive a closeout, or the point guard comes off a pick and roll and creates an advantage for you, and then you attack the advantage.
Right.
But I'm a type of player where like I want the ball so I can have the rhythm and then get into my bag.
Right.
So that's why I played so poorly at the beginning, because I was not used to only being on the wing and like waiting for the ball to get to me, and then me just shooting a catch and shoot with 5 seconds left on the clock. You know what I'm saying?
That's the adjustment that like most professional basketball like forces.
Yeah.
Have to adjust to.
You have to. You have to.
Or you're out of there.
You have to.
Well, didn't I saw your numbers at Colorado State?
Yeah.
It seemed like your numbers had went down. Were you playing a little bit on the wing too, like spot up shooter?
Yeah, exactly. I was in the same role at Colorado State, but at Colorado State, I was really more of like just a straight up defender. So like with them, they pretty much had me as like, because coming off my Division II season, we already had like 2 like All-American like level players at Colorado State when I got there.
Okay.
So it was like, we don't need another scorer. We need somebody who just can do everything, you know. So I would go there, and I was like the second best rebounder on the team, I think, and I was coming off the bench. So I would like, I think I was second rebounding off the bench. So I was just like 6'1", jack of all trades, like Bruce Brown, pretty much.
Right.
So like I would have a game where I would score 20, but then I also would have a game where I would get 10 points and 10 rebounds, and then I would have a game where I would like, you know, get 6 assists or whatever. Like I was just kind of like whatever you needed, that's where they put me, and I would guard the best player. That was my vibe.
Were you the guy when it came to role players? Like you were the best role player?
Yeah, I would say.
You eat those guys.
Yeah,
man.
That's definitely what I was. That's definitely what I was for sure.
And you had a player on the team that went to the NBA, right?
Yeah, David Roddy. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him playing for the Grizzlies. I was like, he getting buckets.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro is nice, man. He's 6'6", 260, bro. Shoot 40% from 3. Like, can handle the ball, athletic. At 260 with like a 38-inch vertical. Like, he can move, bro. Like,
he don't look like a guy that's just jumping 38. Whoa.
Nah, bro, he's really good. And I you know, last year was his rookie year, but he's gonna have an amazing NBA career. I'm really excited for him. So, nah, he's like that.
Yeah, he look like he's tough to guard.
Yeah, nah, trust me.
I see his shots he takes.
Trust me. I came into Colorado State like, I'm gonna, you know, they told me beforehand I'm gonna be like the defender, you know. So I'm like, cool. I got the best player then, bro. I'm trying to guard him in practice. I'm getting cooked. Oh my god, bro, he was killing me. Bro. Everything, threes, posts, it didn't matter. He was everything, bro. He was killing me. Humble me for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
But had motivated you. Yeah,
nah, definitely. I loved Colorado State too. That was like probably my favorite year for college. Like I loved that team, that place, all of it. It was amazing.
Right.
So why do you think there's been so many overseas superstars emerging as of late?
Like European players?
Yeah. A lot of overseas, European overseas players. What do you think is going on?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Just the way that they teach basketball is so different. Because you gotta think about it, bro. In the season, for like a typical season for like a 12-year-old, right, in America, you got a school ball coach and then you got an AAU coach. Facts. And you might change AAU teams. You might change schools, you know what I'm saying? So it's like...
Kobe wasn't a fan of that, by the way.
Exactly, and rightfully so. Because it doesn't give players a form of consistency. And when you're that young, you need consistency. You need somebody... You need to hear the same message. You know what I'm saying? Because when you... Exactly, because you're so impressionable. You know, you need that. Yeah. So in Europe, like they don't have a school ball system.
They have a club.
They have club systems. So like you play for your club the entire year. So like, let's say whenever the season is for the club season, when you're not in season with club, you're still practicing with your club. So you're still hearing the same messages, the same calls, the same everything.
You know the same people.
Exactly. And then they're teaching like the fundamentals. Like in Europe, I feel like it's interesting because they either have a superstar or they have really good role players.
Right.
So like the superstars are the ones that come to the league, like Luka, Nikola Jokic,
Luis Scola.
Exactly.
Shout out Scola.
Oh yeah, I guess Luis Scola.
Argentina.
I guess we can count him too.
Cold.
Hey man,
he was a cold Scola. 6-man, bro. Hey man, you definitely a Rockets fan for sure. He just shout out Luis Scola. That's crazy.
He was nice.
He was nice, but out of all the European players that we've had in the league, Luis Scola was the first one. That was the first one.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Our family rocked the Scola.
Number 4.
Facts. I actually have a theory that Ginobili is the 5th best shooting guard of all time.
Ooh,
Manu Ginobili, bro.
So who you got? Jordan, obviously.
Jordan.
Kobe.
I got Kobe.
Wade.
I got Wade.
It was Wade.
T-Mac. and then Ginobili.
You got T-Mac over Harden?
Yes, sir, I do. 100%.
But like you said, it depends on like what you're looking at, because a while ago we was talking about their career.
Yeah.
But it's just different things that you compare.
Yeah.
Career,
that's
we
crazy
love T-Mac,
though,
bro. But like we would have all loved to see him be, not have to go through injuries.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
They thought T-Mac was better than Kobe at one point on the Magic.
Bro, yeah, and I think he honestly, I think he was.
Yeah.
I think at one point in time he had the potential to be, because he was 6'9" with the same skills Kobe had.
You got
and more athletic.
Facts.
Like,
and he wasn't a ball hog. Like, he gonna get you the ball if you.
Nah, he was a ball hog, bro. He averaged 32 points a game in the 2000s.
Well, in the Magic he had to.
Yeah, in the 2000s where like the leading scorer was 23 points a game.
And I think Doc Rivers was his coach. So
yeah, he was his coach.
Just
go crazy,
buckets, man.
Just go crazy. Ain't nobody else gonna score out here. We ain't got Green Hill.
They was not a contender, so
they were not
was having his way.
He was definitely having his way.
Yeah,
man.
But yeah, I got Ginobili.
Ginobili?
I got Ginobili fifth, bro.
Yeah,
Four championships. He does it on the passing side.
He does.
Off ball, he can shoot. He can play defense. Effort.
I agree with all that.
He's a winner.
Yep.
But 5, I don't know, bro.
I got him fifth,
bro. He's a great teammate and everything, bro. He's coming off the bench doing this crazy stuff to us.
Straight up.
You got wait. So you got him over Ray Allen, Clyde Drexler?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
And these are good players we're talking about for sure. I respect all of them, bro. When I said Manu Ginobili fifth, I wanted to say shout out to Clyde Drexler, because Clyde's Clyde's up there too.
Yeah.
But hey, bro, I got him over Vince Carter.
Ooh. I'm not mad at the Vince Carter one. I ain't never been a Vince Carter fan, to be honest.
We're talking career. We not talking talent right now.
I'm thinking about.
Oh, okay. You know what? That's fair.
We put everything in a bowl.
You know what? That's fair.
Coming out.
Okay. Career
fifth.
Then I can see that.
Career.
I don't agree with you, but I 1,000% respect that.
What's your top five? What's your 5 shooting guards in? 5 shooting guards.
Jordan and Kobe, Wade. I got Harden.
Okay. One of them.
And I play T-Mac. Yeah, I play T-Mac.
So
I got Harden.
That's a good 5 though.
I got Harden just because
no Allen Iverson.
I forgot about AI. I forget he is a two guard. Wait.
You got Harden over him?
No, I might have to go AI over Harden.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I forgot about AI. Yeah, then Harden 6 for me then. Yeah,
I crushed so fast you thought you were asleep.
Bro, facts.
This be the supernatural.
Man, I was, definitely. Yeah, AI
definitely. He has a mesmerizing game too.
Yeah.
Like, he don't,
I ain't like his jump shot though. He had one. Bro, he had one of them hood jump shots. I ain't gonna lie. he had one of them jump shots that old boy, somebody uncle taught him how to shoot, and he just never changed it.
He's natural though. He's
natural, and that's what I'm saying. Like he got one of them jump shots. Like, nah, I taught myself. Like, I just can't. You know what I'm saying?
Organic,
and it works. Obviously, bro, averaged 30 points a game at 6 foot. I about to say 6'1".
Took his team to the championship, bro.
And he had an MVP when Shaq and Kobe was in the league. When Shaq was in his prime.
He wasn't even 6 foot though. He
that's
really like 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah,
really, bro.
He's like that.
I have a feeling, if we stood next to him, we'd be like,
yeah,
you cold as hell. You cold as hell, man.
No, fact. So you got Mike, Kobe, D Wade, and you said what you
T-Mac, I got T-Mac and AI. Yeah,
that's a good 5.
Yeah, I got T-Mac and AI. I would contemplate putting Harden over T-Mac just because T-Mac was so injury ridden, and Harden probably had a better career overall just based upon because of his injuries, But if we're talking just straight talent, that's probably my 5 right there. For sure.
Because James Harden, he up there in the talent.
He's up there. He's up there, bro.
I be talking about my different lists, man, and on my talented list, he's up there. He's definitely up there, like top 10 for sure. Like not all time.
No, but just
I'm not thinking that far back.
Yeah, I can't.
Right now, like he's still like top 10 with the skills, man.
Yeah,
like, his skills, like that's
he doesn't have any burst anymore. Like his athleticism just kind of has subsided. Harden, right?
Yeah, Harden, but. He's still
when Embiid was hurt game 1 though, he came with that 47, 48.
No way he do game 2 and 3. That's the problem. Because he'll kill and then play terrible. and then kill and then play terrible. Like you
just play terrible. He's like shying away from the moment.
Exactly. Like you can't
that's
you can't be that you can't be that hot and cold. You know.
That's the issue with me with Harden, bro.
Yeah.
It's like when it's that time when like we need you.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes he be like, I don't want to be blamed for the loss. Like sometimes he got that energy. Sometimes like, bro, y'all got it. I'm not trying to be blamed for this.
And when you were the star, bro, you just can't. You got to lead by. You got to take that. You got to take all that pressure.
Or make some type of adjustment, because you can't make an adjustment. I think he needs to search for a solution. Like you know your teammates. You got Embiid now, so you need to cook something up and make something happen instead of like when they catch the ball, just get it away. Like no, do something with James Harden. They looking at you. We defenders. We
put pressure on the ball.
Exactly.
Put pressure on the defense.
Exactly. So he's just too sporadic right now, or at this point in his career. I don't know, bro.
Straight up though, nothing on James Harden's character, but he's stubborn, bro. Like he will not cut for nothing,
bro.
He will not move it out the ball for nothing. Like that's stubborn, bro. Like
no, it really is though, and it kills me.
Why are you not doing? You know basketball. I know you know basketball.
And that's what kills me, because he is probably one of the highest IQs in the NBA, and this man does not. Not only does he not cut, he don't even be ready to catch and shoot. Like he just be standing.
Right.
Like, all right, do something.
That's what we be talking about, man. When you going between the Rockets, we Rockets fans, so we gotta break that down. I'm like, bro, he's not spot up shooting, bro. Like what's going on? You a shooter and you can knock that down. Like
he provides no value off the ball. Like what do you do? No value off the ball.
Actually becoming a liability, right?
Oh, off the ball, he's legitimately a liability.
And people know the best player in the team, and you become a liability off the ball.
People notice that. Y'all gotta like on a team, you got people that's their job to find out what the other players doing. Like James Harden, like he's not doing nothing on the off ball. Dudes like Marcus Smart, they like he's not doing off ball. Okay,
picking up on that.
He
bro,
his teammates,
they picking on that
fast.
Some people, if once they find that out, it's over with.
Nah, facts.
All right, so how long we been going, Cozy?
Almost. We're good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we kind of got off course of the question I asked you about the emerging superstars overseas. And I know you said the clubs, they have clubs and they stick with each other, probably build chemistry. What are other reasons?
I think the other reason too is like because you're always with that club, you learn the fundamentals, and I think that there isn't so much like outside noise, like social media. They're still present there, but not as much noise of like trying to do all these crazy things. So the only players that do the crazy things in Europe are the players that naturally have those abilities. Does that make sense? So when that's the case, they the whole kind of team and almost like community like reels those players up instead of everybody trying to be that guy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that way they're in that role of being that guy a lot younger. So when they do come to the NBA, they are already understanding of what that role kind of encompasses. That's kind of what I feel like it is. Because in America, everybody's trying to be the next Dame. Everybody's trying to be the next Kyrie.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Kobe.
But exactly. But overseas is like, okay, like I'm not that, but I can be a great cutter. I can be a great catch and shoot guy. I can be a great. It's almost like they feel into roles a lot younger. Is I guess a little bit. Is a little bit of what I'm trying to say.
When you emerge as that guy, it's organic.
Exactly. It's very organic, and people notice it. And it's not. I feel like it's not as much like animosity. I don't want to say that word, but that kind of feel, I guess. Yeah, that's my take on it. My perspective on it.
Do you think you noticed with Kobe, because he said he started in overseas, he played Italy. In like Italy.
Yeah.
Do you think you noticed that in his game, like?
Yeah, for sure.
Because he had the giving goals, he had stuff going on, man.
Because I think Kobe had a great balance of the fundamentals, like the just natural understanding of the game, but then also just having just the natural ability of being a killer. Right. So like I think that all of that encompassed, along with the upbringing of being like growing up in like European basketball, made him like as great as he was, because he had the basics and the extra stuff that nobody has.
He got the total package, man.
Everything.
You're right.
Facts. So what do you think about the current state of basketball right now? Like the less big man game, more dribbling, more one-on-one situations, more ISO ball. What do you think about that?
I hate it. I hate it so much, and I hate it because, and this is gonna sound real hateful, but it is what it is. I hate it because you got everybody thinking they could be that now. And now with the influx of trainers and the influx of all these people that want to be trainers and all this kind of stuff, like now you got teaching kids at 5 years old how to do a pound dribble step back. Like, why does he need to know that at 5? He doesn't need to, you know? Like, teach the players the fundamentals first, and then once somebody shows that they have those abilities, then you can kind of groom them. But because now we live in such an age where, like,
highlight basketball,
everybody's training highlights. Like, there is, and I sound like such an old head saying this, and I hate it because
it's true though,
but it's
facts,
true.
Right? It's all facts.
And like even like with the kids, when at AU tournaments, I went to a tournament a couple weeks ago, all the kids doing the head tap thing and doing the too little and rocking the baby. Like, bro, you're 12. What's wrong with you? Like, just get back on defense. Like, who you like? And I just think all of it. I don't want to say it's ruining basketball, but I think it's definitely holding basketball back from continuing to progress to another level.
Right.
I think maybe Jokic can kind of get it back to where it needs to be. Maybe like that can be his influence on the game, is getting it back to where it should be.
Yeah.
Because bro, everybody cannot ISO. Like,
everybody can't ISO.
I mean, you can learn some things, you can get good at it. You can get your stuff off every now and then, but that's not for everybody. That's not beautiful basketball.
Not at all.
By no means.
And not only that, I heard Gilbert Arenas say this one time, and I've never forgot it. Gilbert Arenas is probably one of the best scoring guards ever. But he said, my game was built around 1 dribble pull-ups and 2 dribble pull-ups and catching and shooting. And if you took those away, then I went to the extra experimental things that I would practice, but that was more that took more energy to do. So like he's one of the greatest scorers of all time.
Facts.
And he knew, okay, I'm gonna do the basics, and if these basics don't get you, I got some stuff in the bag that I could pull out. But I'm not finna just hit you with it when I don't need to. Yeah. Like right now, we're training kids to just pull out every move and everything.
Add to the cart, empty the cart.
Exactly.
That's perfect right there, Gil.
Exactly.
I love that.
And like I feel like basketball can be and should be so simple for the vast majority of players.
For sure.
Like,
basketball's simple, bro.
It's simple.
It's an easy game, bro.
It's simple.
Easy.
It's easy, bro.
Everything that go with it don't make it
easy. To get a bucket is easy.
Right? These buckets are easy.
Yeah.
Recognize the mismatches.
Recognize the mismatches. Find the advantages and attack the advantages. It's very simple.
You got to know your own strengths.
Exactly. And that's the thing with these trainers. Like when you working on something, that's not a strength because you're working on it. So like continue working on it. Like now they think, oh, I worked on it, I trained it, I practiced it, I'm gonna just pull it out. No, don't pull it out. Keep that in the bag. It's not ready yet. Like leave that there.
That's a fact.
And that's how you improve your game right there. Get back to the simple things, the simple shots.
Basketball is it's in an interesting place to say the least.
But it's very interesting the situation, man, because American basketball especially is so flashy, bro. Like, it's so flashy. So
it annoys me.
You got to be disciplined to be like, okay, I'm not LeBron, I'm not Kobe, I'm not Vince Carter. You know what I'm saying? You got to recognize that.
That's why Mikal Bridges is pretty interesting because he was cool playing his role, and as soon as he went somewhere that needed him to get in his bag,
that's a great example. Legitimately,
that's gonna be interesting. But my brother, he has a good eye because he Mikal Bridges like that. I didn't know that, and then
he showed flashes with the Suns whenever Booker was hurt.
Right,
he showed flashes.
We'll see what he does with the Nets.
It takes maturity to accept your role.
It takes maturity. It takes like letting go of your ego.
All that.
It just takes a humble person to do that. It
makes you a better teammate.
It makes you a better human being to me, because then I think you can then apply that to the rest of life. Like whether you got a family, whatever you're in, whatever you're doing, like recognizing, okay, this is what these people need from me, so I'm gonna provide them with that, and if they need more, I can do that, but I'm gonna provide them with whatever they're asking of me.
Did that happen to you when you went to Europe to hoop? Like you have to humble yourself or lower your ego?
Colorado State did that for sure, because I averaged 21.
Previous year.
Yeah. I averaged 21 points a game, and I was killing. I was getting every accolade. I was doing my thing. And then I go to Colorado State, where they kind of put me into a role where I was like forced to just help the team, you know, and just help the team win. Right. And it taught me that basketball is so much more than about, you know, these flashy plays or being a star. It's about like contributing to something bigger than yourself, you know. Yeah. So I'm so happy I had that year between going overseas, because it gave me a whole new perspective and taught me about myself. It humbled me like majorly, made me let go of my ego, forced me to let go of my ego, and forced me to just like find joy in like the collective effort of a basketball win, you know.
How old are you?
Great lesson.
24.
Yeah. Kobe year. Kobe year. Like you got a lot of perspective, bro. That's you blessed, bro.
I appreciate you.
Going forward, you are blessed, bro. Straight up.
I appreciate you.
Physically and mentally, like you really on it. So I commend you for that.
Thank you, man.
When you prioritize growth, man, that's what happens. You gotta prioritize growth.
Literally, bro. Should
be on your priority list.
So, do you see yourself playing in the NBA at all?
At this point, I feel like the only thing that would ever make me want to play in America is if I had a family and like my wife wanted to come back to America, if she was American or whatever race she was, if she wanted to like live in America. But for me personally, like I'm really enjoying living in Europe, because even like what y'all just said, like I have a lot of perspectives, and I think for me that's what life is, and I want to continue to flesh out those perspectives and like continue to grow as a human being and like just put myself in uncomfortable positions. And I think it's easy to play in America, you know, from the standpoint of it's comfortable, it's what you know. The basketball journey isn't easy, but being here is easy, you know. But being in a place where you have to learn and try to like communicate with people that's hard to communicate with, like you just learn so much about yourself and the world and other people, and I really value that. So for me personally, at this point, I'm content with living in Europe for 9 months, come back to America for 3, and just kind of continue in that cycle.
So if the Spurs called you up, they called you up in November and said, hey, we got a 10-day contract for you, and we plan on giving you play time, like straight up 20 minutes. Yeah. These first 3 games you play.
I'm taking it. But I'm gonna tell you why. So my goal is to play in Europe. I really want to be like a European legend, to be honest with you. Factual. And the one thing about playing in Europe is that if you don't have, like when you have an NBA stamp, like Summer League or some form of NBA contract, the amount of respect they give you in contract negotiations is crazy. Like the way that the money like doubles because you have that prerequisite, so to speak, is crazy. So I would do it based just to get that prerequisite and like have some fun, whatever, you know, but then take myself back to Europe and make more money than I probably would have made without that stamp.
I see what you're saying. So you do it for the resume.
For the resume builder. Like it's almost like doing like a little internship, you know, like a little resume builder.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Wow, that's interesting. It's an interesting perspective right there.
Yeah. But no, I like living in Europe, to be honest with you. It's pretty cool to be honest.
Europe, so China.
Nah, I ain't trying to go there. I ain't gonna lie. But Europe, I enjoy. Like it's cool.
How is it off the court living in Europe? I know you say it's a lot of language barriers, a lot of culture shocks when you first went. How is it living in Europe?
I like it a lot because I just think, like, for instance, like in America, we prioritize work. Like that's the first thing that highest priority in our lives for the vast majority of us, like our careers. In Europe, it's like social life, family, and then career. So like, and like for instance, like they do not sacrifice the enjoyment of life in pursuit of like, I guess, career achievements. Like they still work hard and they still go for things that they want, but they don't do it in a way that's where they don't do it in a way to where they lessen the quality of life they live, if that makes sense.
Living more in the moment.
Yeah, they live but I think, to me personally, they live more in the moment. They have a better job of just enjoying life. Like they travel, because like there's a train system in Europe, you know, that can get you, you know, to where you want to go in Europe or whatever. So like it's just more accessible to just like enjoy enjoy off the court kind of stuff. So I like it a lot, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like I would have days where our practice would end at 1 o'clock, and I would just put like a nice little outfit on and just go see where my day took me. Like just wherever it was.
Just go places.
Just walk around. People walk everywhere, or they on bikes.
Less crime.
Huh?
Less crime.
Yeah, definitely less crime. It depends on where you at. Obviously, every place has everywhere you go in the world is gonna have a bad area, you know. But where I was at personally, it was super peaceful. It was super like loving people. Not much crime really at all.
Town, so that's actually
it was like
beneficial in ways.
Nah, it was nice. It was like 200,000 people, so it wasn't tiny, but tiny in the standpoint of like comparing to Houston.
Yeah,
but I've been to way smaller towns than 200,000. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's bigger than a lot of towns in other places in America.
Exactly.
From Houston, like
exactly. But we're from the 4th biggest city in America, so to us, that's like, bro, you just lived in like Kansas, like some random city in the middle of Kansas. But you know, it was small, but not as small as.
That's more people than Sugar Land.
Yeah, Sugarland, quite literally. Quite literally, I'm pretty sure there's more people than Sugar Land for sure.
For sure.
How's the fandom in Europe? Like I know we see soccer, like they will literally light up fireworks in the stands during the game. So
bro,
how is it?
They go crazy in Europe. It was so cool. I love it. My team was terrible. I love my team, but we did not have a great season whatsoever. We lost a lot of games, and the entire season the fans always came out and supported us. The community always came out and supported us. I had so many kids. I'll be walking on the street, like wherever, and they'd be like, Jacobs, and like I would go over there, say what's up to the kids, say hi, try to speak my broken Spanish, you know, and like they supported us so well, you know. I would have dinner with some of the families and go hang out with the families on like a Sunday, and like I would try to speak Spanish with them, they'll try to speak English with me, and it was just like a real community. Like it felt like I was playing for somebody other than myself, and that was like the most incredible feeling because they just wrapped their arms around you. So
like if you had to estimate the number of fans that your club has, would it be like over 1,000? Yeah,
definitely over 1,000. I would probably say our games probably had attendance between like 15, maybe like 1,000 and 1,500 attendance, I would guess. I definitely could be way off though, but because I'm just looking visually while I'm playing, you know.
1,000, 1,500, that's like a Hall Stadium.
Yeah. I would say I'll probably say I'll probably say around there.
Is that what it's called? Hall Stadium? Is that what it was called?
Hobson. Hobson
That's pretty good though, man.
Yeah, it was solid.
I'm sure that's exciting.
Yeah, that was solid. Like it's not a ton, but it's people that are actually invested in the team, you know. So it's quality over quantity.
Yeah.
How do they do this? So they got like different divisions over there. Like so what's it like A, B, C? How do they do it?
So like the top league in Spain was ACB. The second league is Leb Gold or Leb Oro or whatever. Okay. And then the third league is like Leb Plata, Leb Silver, and then they have like smaller leagues underneath there that are not considered professional leagues. They're like more amateur leagues. So like Leb Silver, Leb Gold, and then ACB are all like professional leagues. Like the people that play on those teams are professional athletes, and then those lower levels are more like people that just want to continue playing basketball, you know.
So are you pursuing the main one? Yeah,
definitely. Cause I like living in Spain. I like living in Spain.
Spain seems so dope, bro.
Nah, bro, it's cool. It's cool, man. Like, and it's where I'm at. The weather's really nice, and it's just like the culture is very relaxed and just very much like they have a saying like mañana. I think that's how it goes. I'm definitely butchering it, but it's fine. And it pretty much just means like we'll worry about it tomorrow. Like whatever you worry about today, just worry about it tomorrow. Like that's how they live, bro.
That's cool, right?
Bro, like they just live so relaxed.
That's quick right there, like,
bro. Nah, literally, bro. Like mañana.
They understand it.
Yeah. So it's just relaxed culture, bro. So it's a nice change of pace. Like here, I get up at 6 a.m. There's no point in getting up at 6 a.m. because things don't open until 10 or 11.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Unless you live nature, right?
Yeah, no, when I first got there, I would get up at 6 and just be up for 4 hours with nowhere to go because nothing is open.
Wow, that's very different.
Nah, it's different. Yeah. But it's cool though.
So we're gonna pivot into a little bit more NBA and then we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay, cool.
What do we think about the Rockets off-season moves?
You got some thoughts?
They got Fred VanVleet.
Yeah.
They got Fred VanVleet. They got Dylan Brooks. They got both of them for 3 and 4 years.
3 years. Yeah.
To be honest, man,
Jeff Green.
We got Jeff Green.
We got Jeff Green.
I really respect Jeff Green, man. I love Jeff.
Jeff's still dunking on dudes,
bro. Still dunking. Uncle Jeff is still dunking.
Like
I had to make sure people saw that video. I was sending that out. So, you see what Jeff did,
right? And then we got Amin. We got Amin Thompson. And we got Cam Whitmore. Yeah. So what do you guys think?
Oh, and Jock Landale, even though, whatever.
He's that's the backup
center
for the Suns.
Yeah, for the Suns. They got one more player too. I just can't think of his name right now. But I love
Patty Mills.
I remember they had 7.
Patty.
Yeah.
We got Patty.
He's not staying. Champions.
But he's not staying. Patty Mills.
You don't think so?
Nah, they said he's going.
Oh, I think that would have been great.
What are you gonna do though?
He played in Australia.
Bro, but that's the thing. The
Rockets 38.
But the Rockets, right now they need to develop their young talent. Like that's their thing. So like they need to get mature adults in that locker room. Yeah. Patty Mills has been a professional for including playing professionally in Australia for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right.
So even if he can't help you necessarily, because he still is a great shooter, so he can help you win something, But like his value comes in the locker room. So I love what they did because I think they did a great job of like unloading some of their young talent because they had too much to where like they were never going to get a chance to really develop because they had so much influx,
The crabs in a barrel type.
Exactly. It was just too much going on. Yeah. And they brought in good vets and people that will like fully flesh out like Ime Udoka's like vision of like toughness and defense and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So I love the Rockets moves and they'll still be competitive I think this year too while still developing the young talent. So
that's all I was gonna say. I said I'll be happy if they get to the play-in.
I think they can make the play-in. I really think they can.
Right.
Like not a 7th or 8th seed to y'all?
No, you're not. You crazy. Nah, you crazy.
Things would have to go really
amazing.
Well. Okay, now
you got the Spurs.
Hear me out. Hear me out on this scenario.
I'm listening.
Amin Thompson. Okay, he's an X factor. We do not know. He's not a great shooter.
Yeah,
but
he's a decent shooter, but not great.
He's very, very disciplined.
Yeah, and he loves basketball. He loves
basketball. Very disciplined. He's a real floor general at 6'7" and athletic.
Super athletic.
But he wants to give the ball up.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you got Şengün, who's a mini Jokic. This could be his breakout year. Remember last year, Steven Silas was messing with that man's mind. Sometimes he wouldn't start him.
Yeah,
we witnessed it.
Sometimes he wouldn't play him in the fourth quarter.
He would.
Udoka sees him. I know Udoka sees him. This is a star. What are we doing? Yeah. So this could be, and then Jabari Smith.
Yeah.
The way that the offense worked last year was very stagnant, very ISO, very AAU-ish.
Yeah, because they had KPJ and Jalen Green.
I don't think KPJ is running the team this year. I do think he has a chance to be a great 6-man.
I think he's a great 6-man. He should be a
great 6-man. Jason Terry type. Straight up. But and I think he could start at small forward, but he just doesn't need to be the general on the team.
Nah, he doesn't.
Did you hear it? If you see his KBJ, remember we talked about Manu Ginobili. He's coming off the bench doing that. James Harden from the Thunder. You can make a big impact, man.
A huge.
That's scary.
And he could be in the game at the end of the game. He can be in.
He's really good.
Yeah,
he's very good.
Really
I just think trusting him with the point guard duties entirely. I think that's just not a good role for him.
He's not a point guard.
He's not a natural point guard, but he's a great combo guard that can score and pass. And I think that when they free him up to just be himself and just be that, he's going to take off.
Right. And that's what the 6-man role is.
I think so too, bro.
Yeah.
Potential.
I think so too.
And then Jalen Green, I think mixing Jalen Green being so quick and being able to shoot like just like a quick pull up.
Yeah.
I think him with Şengün, being able to like use screens,
like handoffs and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Amin's on that type of time too.
Yeah, true.
I really think that I think we probably have the best young core in the league. Like if we just think about all those guys,
that's a good argument though.
Yeah, Şengün is underrated, bro.
The Magic got a good argument with that. The Thunder got a good argument with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Spurs.
Yeah, I mean, depending on other than Wembanyama.
Yeah,
but
do y'all have the Rockets as a playoff team or just a play-in?
I got them as a 11 or 10. Like either right out the play-in or right in the play-in.
They can get 9th to 10th, but to be honest, man, the league is back with the competitive energy, man. The West, The West is back, man.
And that's the only reason why I said that. Because the West, like, bro, every team has gotten better. Like the Warriors, the Kings, the Mavericks, the Nuggets, the Suns. They all sound
like playoff teams.
Like the Clippers, like, and like that's 6 teams off the top that I just named that the Rockets are nowhere better than. The Thunder, like 7. Like, I think it's just tough for them to crack that top 8. But I think they definitely could be a play-in.
They building, man.
It's
gonna take years.
They're gonna be really good though, especially with the vets they have now. I think they're gonna really be good in a couple of years
if they can just learn each other. Just learn.
Yeah,
all young.
Learning.
Facts.
Keep learning, and it has to be a hierarchy too.
Yeah,
like you have to understand your role when you fall. That's what I think is the biggest issue gonna be for the biggest challenge for them is gonna be understanding the hierarchy. Like,
yeah, I think so too.
And I think Emi Udoka is the perfect person to go ahead and
establish that. I 1000% agree with that. I think that was a great hire.
Yeah, I think it was.
I think it was a great hire.
I think it was too. What do you think? What do y'all think about the new look Suns team and how that offense is gonna look?
They just signed Eric Gordon today too, which was good.
Eric Gordon, yeah, that was a good sign.
That was a good signing.
They need somebody.
They need depth. So I think that as long as they continue to fill out the depth, I think that they're going to be really good. I'm actually have really high hopes because I think that all 3 of the players, the stars they have, they all play the same way, but they all are versatile players, if that makes sense. Yeah. So like I feel like they can make it work without having like necessarily like a lead guard.
And they're like on the simple side, like we was talking about with what Gil said.
Yeah.
With the 1 dribble, 2 dribble.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Shooting that thing.
Exactly. All 3 of them play the same way.
They're not doing too much at all.
None of them will. Like they'll catch and shoot, 1 dribble, 2 dribbles. All right, you stop all that. I got to move or I'm moving it. And all 3 of them play that same way.
It's not like the complex type thing with Kyrie and Luka.
Exactly.
Like it's a little more complex to like figure that out.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Y'all think that can work with Kyrie and Luka?
I think it can, just because we saw Kyrie with LeBron. So Kyrie has the ability to like
but
just
LeBron
shape
don't
shift.
dribble that much though.
I don't know, bro. Not like Luka. I agree. I agree. But Kyrie is such a versatile scorer. You could just simply get him the ball in the post. He can catch and shoot. He could drive a closeout. Like Kyrie can score in literally any way. Anyway. So I think that if there's anybody that can play next to Luka, I think it's literally only Kyrie. Like
what?
Yeah.
Somebody as a guard.
As a guard. If we're talking about a guard that can play with Kyrie, Luka.
That's a good question.
I think it might be only a guy like Kyrie, maybe like a Bradley Beal or a Booker, but a guy that scores so versatilely, whatever. I definitely said that wrong.
You don't think Spencer Dinwiddie was enough?
Oh no, that's a terrible even. No, not at all. No, nowhere near. Dame could, but Dame. The only problem I have with Dame is that Dame plays out of pick and roll. So you look at the Trailblazers, right? When he was killing, the bubble, all they did was set high pick and rolls to where the big either has to step up and Dame blows by him, or the big plays in a drop and Dame pulls behind the 3. So Dame needs a pick and roll. He's not really just like a swing me the ball, I'm gonna drive a closeout kind of player. You know what I'm saying?
That's why it's gonna be interesting for him to move to a different team, because they'll be like, can you adjust? You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta see that.
Hey, they're saying the potential teams are the Heat and the Spurs.
The Spurs.
I would love to see Dame on the Spurs, bro. I just want to see how that would work.
Do you want to see that?
Why?
What you just said is like I agree. So it'll be tough, but Dame look like the type of player that can adjust. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he is. He is. I definitely think he can.
And I think he can be the type of player that adapts. Yeah. And I feel like he analyzes. Like he gonna check. I think he's the type of person that checks himself. Yeah. I don't think everybody checks themselves. Like, I don't think
that's why Dame is considered to be so real. Because he like you said, he checks himself. You don't gotta check him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I believe that.
That's very beneficial, especially in the NBA.
That'd be a tough team, bro. Putting Wemby in the fire quick with that one. Right?
Maybe if Wemby was like in year 4, but like not year 1, like they ain't gonna win nothing.
You think it's gonna stunt his growth if they get Dame? It's gonna stunt Wemby's growth if they get Dame?
I don't think so. I think that it would take some of his opportunities away, but I don't think Wembanyama needs just a plethora of opportunities. Like I think he needs some of his opportunities to be limited, because if you come in and you giving him 20 plus shots as a rookie, I don't think that's going to make him a better player.
That's spoiling him.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to make him a better player in the long run. He might have a great rookie. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense.
I think that should be like something they try to prevent like a rookie.
I literally think they should like try to not make that happen.
Right. Exactly.
Like you said.
Try to make not what happened.
Like
he'll
just
become the number one guy.
Like off the rip.
He needs to be ready to
this
be
ain't
the
the
number
LeBron
one.
James league no more though. Like when LeBron came in, it's not that league no more.
But he's 7'5", bro.
It depends.
I
on the
agree.
time win.
I agree, but what I'm saying is, but like his talent is always going to speak for itself.
For sure.
So I think that right now, while he's young and they're not interested in winning, they need to ensure that they're developing him the right way. And I think that if you just came in and just gave him 20 plus shots a game, he's just going to turn into like a Jalen Green type, where he's just getting buckets and not learning how to actually win and play within a winning organization.
That organization is trying to win.
Exactly.
Well, that's the Spurs,
right?
But we got to remember too, he did hoop in Europe though, so he automatically is coming with different vibes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's actually a good point.
Jalen Green is coming from the AAU circuit. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Wemby is coming from and no college, no G League.
Yeah.
Wemby is coming from Europe with it, like you said. They start off with the fundamentals. They start off with the right way to play.
Yeah.
I think.
You know what? That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
I think it's just different with Wemby.
Yeah.
I think because where he's coming from, his mindset already is kind of similar to what you're describing how people are in Europe.
Right.
Yeah.
I've heard him talking. It's like, oh, he kind of like on it. He like kind of saying what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like with that type. So it'd be interesting to see.
I'm happy you brought that up because that context actually makes a lot more sense. So I definitely could agree with that.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting with Dame. So let's go to fast questions now. Okay. And we done.
Unpredictable. Did you see what we posted?
Oh.
They smacked him, bro, and he let him get away with that. I was like, bro, this dude KG is an interesting dude.
Yeah,
bro.
he just different. And then when he told Scottie Pippen, well, how these niggas kill you up in here? I was like, hold on, bro, this man crazy.
Nah, bro, KG crazy, dog.
Yeah, somebody like that is just way.
That's totally opposite from Tim Duncan. That's the funny thing about that comparison.
It is.
Man, that's a big switch up from your
Bro,
team.
it is. That's a whole different
Some people
vibe.
can't deal with KG.
We rolling? All right, so before we get to the fast questions, I wanted to ask you, how was the last King of the Court game different from the first King of the Court game you played?
So that first one, I didn't know what to expect. So everything, I was just going in kind of like with like completely ignorant, you know, besides the videos that I watched to try to post it. So going into it, I was just like, all right, we'll see what happens, you know. And then I ended up winning 2-0, whatever. It was cool. So this one, I kind of came in with like a little bit more expectation from y'all, but also for myself too. And you know, obviously, I won the first one, and after that, I get into like a little lackadaisical vibe of like, all right, I won one, I could ease up a little bit, so then I get 3 the next game, you know. So then the third game, I had to just go ahead and turn up. So it was a little bit more of like, all right, like trying to fight off complacency essentially for that second game.
Fighting off complacency.
Yeah.
Shit, man. It's levels to this, man. Like, dang, like other guys could be trying their hardest, like going as hard as could be. This guy talking about something. I can't get complacent. It's levels to this, man.
I don't know. I'm just always confident in my game in one-on-one. That's what I work on.
Right,
you know?
right.
You like that?
Yeah.
And you having fun.
Yeah.
You can't stop that.
I'm smiling while I'm
See,
doing it.
I think you had 38 points in all.
Really?
Yeah, I think 38, 37?
Yeah, 38.
38 points, probably shot 50%, huh?
Yeah.
We're gonna watch the film.
we're
gonna get the stats to you.
I missed a bunch of threes, so I might be lower than that. I think I missed like 9 threes in a row. But we always missing, so it kept
that second game, right?
Second game.
Yeah,
that's why I only had 3. I was struggling.
Who was the toughest to guard that you've played against in King of the Court so far? Or was nobody really that tough to guard?
Nah. The players could hoop. I ain't gonna go that far by any means. Let me see. I'll probably say Noel, just because he's so tall, you know. So like,
right.
Even when I would cut him off, if he shot and like faded, I just couldn't get a contest up, you know. Right. So unless I literally like knocked the ball out low before he got into his motion, I was kind of like I was just like, oh, I hope he missed, you know.
Yeah.
So he was on it on the midi with the midi.
That second game, bro, I was like, Jesus, bro. He was making everything, bro.
Yeah,
man.
He could turn it up real quick.
Yeah, he could. I'll probably say Noel for sure, because he'll also like still drive too. Mm-hmm. Like some guys only want to shoot jumpers. Like, he'll shoot a jumper, but he'll also just drive if he just needs a bucket.
Right. And one thing about Noel, he started out playing as a big man, so he already has somewhat of a post up, but he don't go to that hook shot that he got. He got a nice baby hook. Like, when he get in the paint, he don't do it too much, right?
It's reliable.
Yeah.
It's very reliable.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing about Noel that I was happy about, because he's worked on his perimeter game so much. He takes so much pride in the work that he's put in. He gonna use it. Mm-hmm. So like with me, I'm 6'1", he's 6'6", almost 6'7", so he could have posted me up every time. But because he knows how much he's worked and he takes pride in that, he kept going to his perimeter, which he obviously can do because he won one of the games. But it plays into my hands from the standpoint of like, that's easier for me to guard than his post up. Does that make sense?
So you're like, okay, great.
Yeah, I was happy.
Right.
So when you hear this, man, just keep doing what you're doing.
If you're playing him.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel like you 6'1"?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, sure
man. We about to start measuring y'all for real. Like, when they come into the game.
I'm 6'1".
We say that because first of all, we thought you were 6'3", and second,
they lie on every height on every roster. They always give me 6'3".
6'1", 6'1" and a half, maybe
6'1" and a half.
That's crazy.
Nah, I got broad shoulders and long arms, and I'm athletic, so it gives the appearance that like, oh, he's got to be bigger than he is, you know.
But same thing, Donovan Mitchell. That's why I look up to him.
You know, one thing that we do at King of the Court is height classes. Just like in boxing, we do weight classes. Mm-hmm. They do weight classes. We do height classes. So it's kind of disappointing me hearing that you say he's 6'1".
Hey man,
it means we didn't get it right.
He can move around. Like,
I'm about to say, you see, I just won the last one, and I was clearly the shortest person there.
Straight up.
So and like I said, height don't matter to me. Like I'm confident anybody I play one-on-one that I'm gonna win. So it don't matter.
Yeah, we get that same saying from everybody. They be like, yeah, put me in there with the 7 foot.
Nah, but he actually winning.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I think
you're winning.
You and City, man. Y'all are similar in what y'all saying, but y'all are very different in how y'all approach the game. So I can't wait to see y'all play.
Me too, man.
Yeah,
we gotta make that one happen.
Right, I told him if he doesn't play you in August, he's not gonna be able to play you till like next summer.
Exactly.
He's gonna be gone.
Exactly. Because I ain't gonna be here in July. So we gone. So we gotta, you know.
That's gonna be a match.
A lot can change in a year.
I might grow to be 6'4". We'll see. I might not be in his class no more. We'll see.
Right.
All right, so quick hitters. Let's get to the fast stuff, man. Who's the better team on paper, the Celtics or the Suns?
Celtics.
Brendan, what you think?
On paper,
they got Porzingis.
Suns. So I have to say on the Suns on paper.
Okay. Who was the biggest? What was the biggest robbery on the top 75 NBA player list?
Robbery,
like
robbery.
What was the biggest just
Kyrie.
Biggest miss?
Kyrie for sure.
Kyrie.
Yeah.
Who you think?
I would say Kyrie.
Kyrie for sure. Because T-Mac's on there, right?
No, he's not. He's not on there either. But I would agree with Kyrie. I would say Klay Thompson.
I don't think Klay Thompson got robbed. I'll be very honest.
Really?
Not at all.
The way you said that, you just made it seem like
I'm confident. He's not.
He not like that?
Here's my thing. He's a great shooter. Don't get me wrong, but we're talking about top 75. So now we're pulling hairs.
He's better than Ray Allen. Ray Allen's top 75. In my opinion, he's better than Ray Allen.
He's not better than Ray Allen and here's the reason why. Klay Thompson could never just lead a team. Like, if you take Steph off that team, you make Klay the first option to where they're only game planning for Klay Thompson.
Prom Klay.
I don't care what Klay you get. You get game 6 Klay, whatever Klay. It don't matter.
You remember 60 points in one quarter?
Can I remind you that it's
30 points? I'm sorry. He had 60.
37 in one quarter. But he had 60 a game. And can I remind you that he plays with Steph Curry? So Steph Curry is probably going to be a top 10 player of all time. So Steph Curry is getting the majority of the attention.
Right.
So now he's getting your second best player. But now if you have Klay Thompson as the number one option, where he's getting the best defender every night, bro, Klay Thompson would be not irrelevant by any means. He'd still be a great player, but he's not going to be known as he is now. Like, he can't stand on his own.
So what about the timing? Like, because other players in the top 75, are back to the 50s and the 60s. Like,
I don't know why
he's the Jerry West back then. If he's playing back then.
See, I don't know. See, that's the only reason why.
Not to do that.
Because I don't want to mess with that.
Too much confusion.
That's way too much confusion for my little brain. I ain't even doing all that. I ain't gonna lie.
I do think you're downplaying.
Bro, Clay is good, but really think about it, bro.
They wouldn't have won as much they did without Clay.
I agree with that. I'm not downplaying that at all. But what I'm saying is top 75.
They got 4.
We at this point we're like pulling hairs to see who's not in and not that, because there's 75 people. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So with Klay Thompson, and if I'm doing that list, I'm like, can this guy be the best player on a championship team? Like, can this guy just be my main guy? And Klay Thompson can't. He's a great sidekick.
Ray Allen can't either.
He can. He was with the Bucks, and he was the best player.
Playoffs.
But what I'm saying,
that's different when we say championship.
But now I'm talking about like a good team. Like, you don't gotta be a championship team, but like a good team. Klay Thompson is a 3-and-D. He can't create his own shot. His shots are created for him.
He plays in a post. He played in a post. He used to get when a guard in a post. When a guard has a post game, that adds to.
He in the post now.
No, he used to get in the post too back in the day too.
Yeah, he in the post now because he's older.
He's a shooter from all around. That's
my thing. He's a shooter from all around.
All I'm saying is he ain't get robbed. I don't know why he's so sensitive.
So when people say that,
I think he got robbed. Clay, I think you got robbed.
He ain't get robbed.
He's one of the best shooters ever. Like, you don't seriously like start ranking.
Bro, he is one of the top probably 4 best shooters ever.
Word.
But like I said before, bro, he cannot create his own shot.
I think it's because he's not flashy.
No, it's not even because he's not flashy. He literally cannot create. Have you seen him dribble? He cannot create his own shot. His shots. Look at the Warriors. Look at his highlights. His shots come off.
Is it really a big deal to create your own shot? I mean, if you can use a screen, if somebody know how to screen, you can still get you 25.
It's a big deal when you talking about top 75 all time. Now, if we talking about like just 150 of all time or 100 of all time, then yeah, he definitely 100 of all time for sure. But we talking about top 75. That's an exclusive list.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
So like for him to crack that, you're gonna have to be able to do more than catch and shoot, or catch and shoot off a handoff, or
play defense.
He great defender too.
Great defender.
But off ball players, you see these guys chasing after Steph.
They damn near dying.
Have you ever played somebody like that?
Ooh, I haven't.
You ever played somebody like that?
I haven't.
That's a good question.
They always put me on. I love this too, because every coach every coach puts me on like the shifty ball handlers.
Right.
Because I'm like long, and I'm short enough to be able to like stay with them.
Right.
So they just always put me on that. I never got to worry about, and I'm terrible getting around screens too.
You see?
So no coach ever puts me on nobody coming off screens. But,
okay.
Hey, work on that, because they just heard that.
Nah, that's all right. I told you I'm transparent.
Right.
All right, so we're gonna get to another question. This is how we can tell what type of player you are a little bit. Mm-hmm. Larry Bird or Magic Johnson?
I'm gonna go Larry Bird, only because his scoring was like a little bit better than Magic, and like Kobe, my favorite player, so obviously I like scoring. So
right.
I'm gonna go Larry Bird because he could score better and he could pass at a comparable level. Obviously not as good as Magic, but at a comparable level. And he's a great rebounder, all that kind of stuff. Like, he could easily average a triple-double too.
Yeah,
he got the mentality.
You know what I'm saying?
The mentality.
So I definitely would go Larry over Magic.
Same.
Tim Duncan or Kevin Garnett? I think Kevin Garnett gets so downplayed, man.
He is downplayed, but I ain't gonna lie. Tim Duncan's consistency is crazy. Like,
for sure.
Like, the level of that level of consistency is just absurd. I'm gonna go Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
That's tough.
KG is like that, don't get me wrong.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. But if we're talking just those two, I trust Tim Duncan way more. Personally.
Just all around in the game.
Just all around.
Offense, defense,
defense. Like, KG might cuss a teammate out, and the teammate may not want to play no more. Like KG is he's just real, just like, like, not I want to say hot or cold because he's always gonna compete, but you just never know with him. I feel like, but
he's too unpredictable.
He's that's the word I'm looking for. He's unpredictable, and I like the fact that Tim Duncan he gonna give you 22 and 12. He gonna be a great teammate. He gonna throw in 4 assists. Gonna get you 2 blocks. Like he's just consistent. He can do that for 18 years, and I like that. You can expect
it from him.
You can expect it. Right. So I'm gonna go Tim Duncan for sure.
All right, I got 2 more, and I'm done. You got any?
I'll go with you.
All right, Paul Pierce or Carmelo Anthony?
Melo. I hate Paul Pierce. I hate Paul. I ain't gonna lie. Paul Pierce is one of the most annoying athletes I think has ever created, bro.
Damn. Paul, I rock with you.
Yeah, I rock with you, Paul.
Great player. You're a great player. The nickname definitely suits you.
Facts.
But just of my personal subjective opinion, I would go Melo.
Melo. Okay. Last one from me: Mike or LeBron?
I'm gonna go Mike only because of the competitor he is. Like, I feel like LeBron is the better player of all time, like just all around game. But I don't think anybody has been able to compete like Michael Jordan. And that's and you can't teach that. Like, that's just something you got or you don't.
He passionate about competing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Mike.
And still them for real.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I got, Brittany.
Okay. Comparisons. We got Jason Kidd or Tony Parker.
Jason Kidd for sure.
I got J Kidd
with the quickness, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Easily.
Tony got a lot of chips though, but
he got a lot of chips,
man.
But I think Tony Parker. I got a similar thing with Tony Parker and Klay Thompson. Like, I feel like they both were products of the system they were in.
Perfect system, right?
Yeah, like I think both of them were just products of the system they're in. Like, they're good players, but the system made them look enhanced what they could do. You put them on any other team, I don't know if what they do is as potent. But I feel like Jason Kidd, wherever he was at, it was gonna be Jason Kidd.
Right.
So yeah, for sure.
All right. Do you know anything about Isaiah Thomas?
Like Pistons?
Pistons, yeah. In the 80s. Him or Gary?
Gary Payton?
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah Thomas for sure. I loved Isaiah Thomas, bro. His handle, the way he moved,
You seen some of the highlights, huh?
Bro, yeah, nah, he's nice. He's nice, bro.
I was watching the Celtics versus the Pistons last night.
Really? Like a classic game?
1987, yeah, bro.
You know, I definitely like Isaiah. I like Isaiah Thomas a lot, actually.
He gave these boys hell,
bro. And he's just the definition of a tough 90s guard. Right. Gary Payton was too, but Gary Payton offensive game didn't really impress me like that.
Yeah, Isaiah was getting buckets, man.
But Isaiah was getting buckets, diamond and defending.
Chicago
through and
through. On the floor with it. Still
everything. So yeah, Isaiah Thomas.
Team though.
Yeah.
How you feel about that team, bro? Because we all most people hate the Pistons because they were such a nuisance.
Yeah.
But they, I gotta recognize their greatness.
I hated them too for a while, but once I matured and got out of that phase of my thinking, I definitely appreciate the way, because what they did was not something anybody could do. Like, that was special, and right. I have a great appreciation for it now. So
they in a thorn.
And everybody's side,
and Magic Johnson.
Facts.
Exactly. And yeah, having a team, it's easy to find a player like that, but a team that embodies that spirit, that's difficult. Yeah. So I definitely got a lot of respect for them.
Last thing I gotta say about that, man, is Isaiah Thomas was such a nuisance and so annoying to play against. They didn't want him on the USA team, man. They didn't want him on the Dream Team, man. Yeah. He did that to them, bro. Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan. Supposedly, I don't know how Larry feels about him, but supposedly, from what we heard from Magic and Mike, they didn't want to play with him.
Yeah.
Scotty. Right.
I think that was really Jordan. That's just my guess. I think that was definitely Jordan, because Jordan, he
got the pool.
He got the pool. Yeah. Those other people do as well, but not like Jordan. Like, Jordan he Black Jesus for a reason.
He's Mike.
He Black Jesus for a reason.
Right, for sure.
One last thing from me, and then we're gonna get into announcements, and then we're gonna head up out of here.
Cool.
Do you notice style of play with different regions in our country and then like in Europe, like I was just like y'all just saying Isaiah Thomas, he's a Chicago player. Yeah, Chicago players play super tough.
Yeah, you could tell they're from Chicago.
Right, New York players, they want to dribble a lot. They real flashy.
Yeah.
California players are on the flash. They're trying to be like Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do you notice that type of stuff?
You definitely,
especially with the perspective you have now being overseas.
Yes, you definitely can tell, especially from like those like really prominent regions like California and like Texas and like New York and Chicago, like all four of those, and even like to some state or extent Florida, like all five of those places have a very different player, you know? Like I think it's very, very apparent for people that know basketball.
What would you say is a good representation for a Houston player?
Houston, I would say,
or Texas, man.
Texas. I would say definitely an athletic, like bigger guard. I would say an athletic, bigger guard, maybe like 6'4", 6'5", that can just kind of do everything. Like I feel like New York, for instance, right? Like those players are very flashy, you know, ball handling, passing. California, they can score, but they're not very tough. I feel like Texas guys are like right in the middle where they got the toughness.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They got the toughness. They can score a little bit. They could pass a little bit. They could dribble. Like they do almost like a jack of all trades kind of vibe. That's what I would say Texas is.
Right. For sure. All right, man. Well, that wraps it up for this episode of King of the Court. We would appreciate you, Chandler, for joining us.
Definitely.
Man. That was a dope interview, bro.
I appreciate y'all for having me, bro. For real. Thank you, man.
So we're having a game July 16th. Next King of the Court game July 16th, and the next one after that will be the tournament July 23rd for $500. We're gonna be 16 players in the tournament.
Get ready for the tournament.
Get ready. The spots are not all filled yet.
That's smooth.
Y'all let us know who wants to play, and we'll let you know if you're going to play.
try to have a highlight tape if we don't know you.
He said we'll let you know if you go to play.
We need that.
Facts.
That was smooth.
All right. This has been a great episode. Thank you for joining us. Follow our YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube, King of the Court Texas. Follow us on Instagram, King of the Court _Texas. The website. Go to the website, King of the Court Global. And stay tuned, man. We're getting some merchandise. We're gonna get the community more involved. Get with some AAU teams and try to really make a big impact on the basketball community in Houston and Texas and in the country. So stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in and tune into the next podcast.
I definitely appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, man.
Appreciate y'all, man.